Peace be unto you as peace be unto me. Mothers, please tell our daughters the truth, please. You've been married for 40 years and you got cheated on for 35 years. Tell your daughters the truth, please. So family, this is why I can't trust anybody. I find it very hard to trust. And I'm gonna tell you why. Besides the world, society betraying my trust, right? I went to God and I cried. I said, God, why me? I don't lie, I don't cheat. Why is it that every time it's just this, it's just that? Why can't people just be honest? Why? And you know what God said? God said, my daughter, princess. I said, yes, God. My daughter, princess. I said, yes, God. Yes, Papa God. My daughter, princess. I said, yes, Mama God. How many times did I call you? I said 4 times or 3 times. God said, did you see the Bible that those people wrote? I said, yes, God. God said, did you see the part where I said, trust no man? I said, yes, God. God said, so why are you calling me and blaming me for men not being trustworthy when I told you trust no man? And now I'm bawling. I'm like, oh my God. You're right. You said trust no man. That's my fault for trusting a man instead of trusting in you. So today's message, I want to say thank you to all. When I say men, I don't mean men as male. It includes women. I want to say thank you all. Thank you, hoes. Yeah, not hoes, but you know, I like to just say that. Thank you, my Vegas. Thank you, MF, for teaching me the biggest lesson. For teaching me to never, ever put my trust in men. Thank you, world. Thank you, society. Thank you, men. Thank you, women, for teaching me to look up to God. Thank you for teaching me to put my trust in God, because God says, trust no man. And I think that I can use my free will to trust the man. And men turn around and spit in my face. And I'm blaming God for being spot on. But God said, don't blame me, because I told you don't trust no man. So if you wonder why my trust is messed up, that is because I disobeyed God to trust the man. And then the man I trusted also turned my head and said, princess, you are disobeying God. Oh. You are disobeying God. The only way you can be right with God is for us to teach you now to trust us. So society has taught me now to trust. Men has taught me now to trust. Women have taught me now to trust. And who did I run back to? God. But God already gave me the heads up. Do not trust no man. So today, if you're watching this video and you wonder why your trust is fucked up, that is because you was just like me. We didn't listen to God when God said trust no man. And now we're going back to God with our broken hearts. Thank you for watching. I love you. When you learn to trust God, everything will fall into places. But how do you trust God? You have to trust men, right? And then men would show you, men would teach you to never trust them, but to trust God, to listen to God. And then when you make your way back to God again, like the prodigal son, when he took everything that he wanted and still came back to his dad, he's like, Dad, I'm sorry, I took all of these things and nothing happened, please. And the dad was like, come, I got you, you're my son. That's what God do. God said, oh, when I told you don't trust no men, you thought I was joking, right? So you chose men. And now the men have told you go back to God. Because now they've given you the pepper, the medicine of betrayal. And now you understand why God said trust no man. I love you. African kisses. One love.